Hi, welcome to my channel, and welcome to my first video, which is, as you can tell, it is a booktube newbie tag / get to know me. So yeah, let's get right into the video. Okay, let's get into the first question. Why did you start this channel? So I decided to turn on the camera and start this channel because I have been a bookworm ever since I was about 4 years old, whenever I could read really. And recently I have reignited my passion and love for books, and I really want to keep it going. And I realized that this time around, every time I read, I have a lot of opinions and I just have to get them out. And I feel like this is the best way to do it. And I have been watching a lot of Booktube for the past couple of years. And yeah, Booktubers have been a real help to me. And I want to be that to some newbie out there deciding to pick up a book. Yeah, it'd be awesome to be of some sort of inspiration, and essentially it's just a way for me to rant and get all my thoughts out. I also recently started a bookstagram, and it's Julzzlyreads, so please do check that out. I feel like I'd be posting there a lot more. Yeah, it's just another way to check out my thoughts and some book recommendations. So, second question is, what are some fun and unique things you can bring to Booktube? I feel like there are thousands of booktubers that are obviously way better than me with a much bigger following, and I don't know, I think that what I can bring might be some new and unique perspectives to the same old books that everyone is reading. I find that my opinions do vary from a lot of people, so I think that that would be, something that I could bring. Yeah. Okay, next question. What are you most excited about for this channel? I am definitely excited with being able to connect to all you amazing people who also love reading, because the people around me in my real life, not the biggest readers. In fact, they barely read. I have my best friend who is also getting into reading, but other than that, there is no one else for me to really connect with about books. So really excited to create this little community for us. And yes, also just being able to rant my thoughts out about my books to a camera and to people behind that camera instead of to myself alone in my room. Why do you love reading? Okay, I have been thinking about this question for a long time, for the past couple of days, and I was just thinking, like, what is making me want to sit down and read this book as opposed to turning on Netflix and zoning out? And I realized that I feel like with reading books, I feel like I am the main character. Is that weird? I feel like I put myself into the shoes of the main character, and I feel like I'm living a different life. Not to be deep, but it's kind of like a cool escape from reality. And yeah, it just feels like I have multiple lives when I read books, especially with the kind of books that I've been reading. I've just been completely sucked in, despite terrible plots sometimes, still sucked in, because it's so different to real life. And I think that's what we all need sometimes. That's what books are giving me these days. Next question. What questions would you ask your favorite booktubers? So I think that off the top of my head, there are two booktubers that I've been watching religiously, and that is Haley Pham, her vlog channel, which is kind of a book channel now. Love it, absolutely love it, just amazing. And so inspiring. And the pace at which she reads books, that's what I would ask her. I'd be like, how do you read books that fast? Because like 2 books in one day couldn't be me. Really couldn't be me. So I'd love to know how she reads so quickly. Secondly, a YouTuber that I've been watching, a booktuber that I've been watching a lot. I think I've almost watched all of her videos, which is really sad, because I want to keep watching new content, is Katie is Reading. Yeah, she's been amazing with fantasy books, and like, because I've been trying to get back into fantasy and I like did not know where to start. Her reading vlogs are amazing. I love them because she gives like good updates and reviews without spoiling anything. Yeah, I also find that like she's really entertaining to listen to. Like sometimes I just turn on her videos and let them run in the background because her voice is so soothing and I love it. So those are my 2 favorite booktubers. Oh, what question would I ask her? Oh, damn it. Okay. I would ask her, I don't know. I just ask her, why are you so amazing? And how can I be like you? That's what I would ask her. What challenges do you think starting a booktube channel will be the hardest to overcome? I think just the desire to have more viewers and more subscribers, when really this channel is for me. Like, it's just for me to express myself in the way that I want and to be chill. So that is what I think I will have to overcome. Which I think if I keep reminding myself that it's just about books, like calm down. It's not about views or subscribers. I think that it could really work. So yes. When did you start reading? I think I mentioned that like when I was 4 years old, I started reading. And I read I have no idea what they're called, but it was like the fairy collection. There are like hundreds of books in that collection, with all the different fairies. I read hundreds of, I have no idea how many, but like I would go to the library and just like take their whole stock of books and like read them all very quickly. So that definitely got me into reading. Yeah. And I would say that and then I kind of lost it a little bit a couple of years ago, especially during like the end of high school. Like I just like lost reading and I felt really uninspired. And I've been trying to pick it back up for the past couple of years. And I think that something that really got me back into reading was rereading the Akatar series, like by Sarah J. Maas. It really got me back into it. Yeah. So that's, yeah. Next is, where do you read? This is something that my family and friends find very odd about me. But when I start reading a book, I become hyper fixated on that book. That means that I have to physically have that book on me 24/7. Like, I went out to grocery shop and I just had to bring the book with me in the car, even if, you know, I wasn't gonna read it, I just needed it there. Like, just in case I had 5 minutes to like read a couple of pages, I have to. It's just like a thing. So literally anywhere. I could literally read anywhere. Yeah, it could be as crowded as, I don't know, a concert and I could still probably read. Yeah. That's my laptop falling. What kind of books do you like to read? So if you know BookTok/Booktube, there was a lot of hype around these like famous like romance books. They were like realistic fiction romance books, and I was obsessed with them for a couple of months. maybe even the whole of last year. And it was all I read. So Love Hypothesis, Banished Love Deception, Colleen Hoover books, Confessions of a Shopaholic, just like that kind of genre. But a couple of weeks ago I realized that I was so over them. Like, I was reading It Starts With Us by Colleen Hoover and I could not wait to finish it because I suddenly felt this really strong desire to start reading my fantasy books again. And yeah, I think that no matter what genre I jump to, I always go back to fantasy. It's just my favorite genre, like fantasy romance slash like fantasy in general, like that political war romance, all in the land of like fairies or like vampires or mermaids. I don't know. I just love fantasy. So yes, I always go back to fantasy. So we'll just say that is my favorite genre and kind of book that I like to read. And finally, what does your book collection look like? So in my beginnings of being a reader, I really liked going to the library. It was my favorite thing to do. So a good chunk of books I've read are from libraries. But there were a few things that I bought here and there, like my Divergent series, my Mortal Instruments series, but I did move recently across states, so I ended up donating a lot of my books. So I've kind of been starting from scratch again. My book collection is very small and I did sign up for the public library, but something about having a copy of my own book that I can highlight, I really like that. So it's not very big, but I think I want to start building it a little bit. I feel like it'll be a really amazing collection to have when I move out of my family's home and I get a place of my own. I really want to have like a home library situation. So I think now is a good time to start collecting them. So that's what I've been doing. So definitely small, but growing. That's how I would describe it. Yes, so that is the questions. 11 questions. I hope that gave a little bit of an insight to the kind of reader that I am / the Booktube channel that this is going to be. Yeah, I'm really excited to grind out some content, some rants, some reviews, some reading vlogs, some TBRs, some recommendations, all of that good stuff. So I'm really excited, and I hope you'll subscribe, you'll like, and you'll comment, and join this family / community. Yeah, really excited, and yeah, thanks for watching if you watched this far in the video. So